my girlfriend said. "Babe, you're leaving?" I replied. "Kyle can have my slice." Then I went home, deleted her security access code 5956E, emailed her boss about our conflict of interest, and called my plumber about a leak in my rental unit next to hers. And I just smiled because she came home to a locked door and a flooded apartment. Stay till the end. Your support matters. Subscribe and help us to reach 2,000 subscribers milestone. I am 29 years old. I run a physical security consultancy. My job is to find vulnerabilities in high-end homes and businesses. I install access control systems, cameras, alarms. I am good at my job because I am methodical. I see patterns. My girlfriend, Eliza, is 27. She works in marketing. We have been together for 2 years. She has her apartment downtown. I have my house on the outskirts. We spend most nights at my place. I thought we were good. Her ex, Kyle, is a subject that comes up a lot. They dated for 3 years before me. She always said it was ancient history. But his name was always there. Kyle's new job. Kyle's vacation. About 6 months ago, I did a security upgrade for Eliza's tech company. It was a professional contract. I met her boss, we set up a system. As a thank you, Eliza offered to help my firm with some marketing materials. It all felt very normal, very professional. Lately, she has been distant. She is on her phone more. She angles it away from me. She has late nights at the office. I travel for corporate clients, sometimes for a few days at a time. When I come home, the house feels different. I am a security professional. My own house is a fortress. Smart locks, cameras at all entry points, detailed access logs. It is all on an app on my phone. Last week, I was in Denver for 3 days. I was checking my house logs remotely, just to have it. I saw something that made my stomach go cold. An unknown access code was used on my front door. I checked the timestamp, Tuesday, 10:17 p.m. I was in a hotel in Denver. I checked the camera footage for that timestamp. A car I did not recognize pulled into my driveway. A man got out. It was Kyle. He walked up to my front door. He did not knock. He punched in a code. The door opened. He walked right in. 2 hours later, the camera showed him leaving. Eliza was at the door. She kissed him. It was not a friend's kiss. I checked the access logs. The code he used was 5953. I looked at my phone's keypad, Qley. She had created a dedicated guest code for her ex-boyfriend to my house, and she used it while I was gone. I did not feel anger. I felt cold. This was not a moment of weakness. This was a planned operation, a massive breach of my security and my trust. I did not text her. I did not call her. I flew home the next day. I acted normal. My birthday was this weekend. She had been planning a big dinner for me for weeks. She told me she invited a few friends. I just nodded. I knew this was the perfect time. Update 1, the night of my birthday. Eliza had been excited all day. She said she had a perfect night, planned. We got to the restaurant. It was an upscale place I had mentioned once. A table for 8. My best friend, Tom, and his wife. My business partner, Jared. 2 other couples. We were all there, having a drink. Eliza kept checking her phone. "He is running late," she said. "Who?" I asked. "I invited Kyle. I told you that, right?" she said, not looking at me. "He gets along with everyone. I did not want it to be weird. I just nodded." "Cool." He arrived 20 minutes late. He was loud, confident. He walked straight to Eliza, ignoring me, and handed her a bouquet of flowers. Purple dahlias, her favorite. "Happy spring, Eliza," he said. "It is October." It was a clear inside joke. "Kyle, you remembered," she beamed. The table went silent. Tom's wife looked at me with pity. Jared looked like he wanted to break the guy's jaw. Kyle finally turned to me. "Happy birthday, man." He did not offer flowers to the birthday boy. The dinner was a performance. Kyle sat across from Eliza. He dominated the conversation. He told inside jokes that only she understood. She laughed, touching her hair, looking at him in a way she had not looked at me in months. I was invisible. I was the host of a party for my own girlfriend's date. I just watched. I gathered data. I saw Tom's wife texting under the table. I saw Jared staring at Kyle. The cake came. Everyone sang. Eliza put her arm around me for the first time all night. A public show. Make a wish, babe, she said. I looked at the candles. I looked at Eliza, smiling for her friends. I looked at Kyle, who was smirking at me. I wished for clarity. I wished for self-respect. I blew out the candles. I stood up. I tossed my napkin on the table. Thanks for coming, everyone, I said. My voice was calm. I need to get some air. Eliza's smile froze. Babe, you are leaving? We have not even had cake. I have lost my appetite, I said. Kyle can have my slice. He seems to be taking everything else of mine tonight anyway. I walked out of the restaurant. I did not look back. My phone started blowing up immediately. Eliza, where did you go? You are being ridiculous. Kyle is just a friend. I turned my phone off. I went home, to my house. Update 2, I got home. The first thing I did was go to my security panel. Access code 5953, delete. Access code, Eliza, delete. Master code, change. I changed the alarm codes. I changed the Wi-Fi password. Second, I composed an email. I sent it to Eliza's boss, Mr. Henderson, the man I had the security contract with. Dear Mr. Texlin Henderson, effective. Immediately, I will be transitioning your company's account to my senior manager, Jared. Due to a severe and unresolvable personal conflict of interest with your employee, Eliza, I can no longer service your account personally. Jared is fully briefed, and there will be no disruption in service. I CC'd Jared. This was not just personal, this was professional. She had compromised my client relationship by association. Third, I made a call to my property manager, Mark. I own a few rental properties. It is my long-term investment plan. 3 months ago, I bought a condo in Eliza's building, Unit 3F. She is in 3B. She knew I owned rentals, but she never asked where. Hey Mark, I said, I need you to schedule that plumber for 3F. The tenant has been reporting a slow leak in the bathroom wall. It is a shared plumbing wall with 3B. You should probably have the plumber get access to 3B as well, just to check for any crossover damage. Let building management know. The tenant had reported a leak. I did need to fix it. The timing was just convenient. I slept on my own couch. I did not want to sleep in my bed. The call started around 10 a.m. the next day. Eliza, what did you do? My access code is not working. I did not answer. Then the texts. You are being a child, Mark. Open the door. We need to talk. This is insane. I ignored them all. I was at my office drinking coffee. The real call came on Monday. A frantic screaming call from Eliza. Mark, what did you do? Hello, Eliza. What is the problem? My apartment. It is flooded. The ceiling collapsed. A plumber is here. He broke open the wall. There is water everywhere. There is water everywhere. They are saying it is uninhabitable. Wow, I said. That is terrible. A water leak? They said it came from 3F, the unit next door. They said it has been leaking for months and it finally gave way. My bathroom is destroyed. 3F? I said. Oh, that is my rental unit. What a terrible coincidence. I guess that slow leak was worse than we thought. Sorry about that. I guess you will have to find somewhere else to stay. There was a long, cold silence. Your rental? She whispered. Yeah. Bought it 3 months ago. Great investment. Good location. Anyway, I have to go. I am sure Kyle has a couch you can crash on. I hung up. Update 3. The coincidence of the flood was the final straw for her. The calls I got for the next 48 hours were not just angry. They were desperate. Mark, please. I have nowhere to go. My apartment is ruined. The landlord said it will be at least 4 weeks. Maybe longer. They have to gut the whole bathroom. That is rough, I texted back. Kyle cannot help. He has a new girlfriend. He said I cannot stay with him. He said I bring too much drama. That is a shame, I replied. Mark, please, I am so sorry. I messed up. It was a mistake. Kyle meant nothing. Please let me come home. I have nowhere else to go. I love you. I agreed to meet her. A public place. A coffee shop near my house. She showed up. She looked terrible. Her eyes were red. She had been crying for days. Mark, she had been crying for days. Mark, she said, trying to take my hand. I pulled it away. I am so sorry. I was stupid. I was bored. Kyle, he was just an escape. It meant nothing. You are my life. Please, let me come home. I just sipped my coffee. I let her talk. She gave me the whole performance. The tears, the excuses, the blaming Kyle. When she was done, I just looked at her. You are right about one thing, I said. Kyle meant nothing. You know who else meant nothing? Me. That is not true, she cried. Eliza, I was at my own birthday dinner. You invited your ex. He brought you flowers. You ignored me for 2 hours. You laughed at inside jokes. You humiliated me. I was nervous, she said. I did not know how to act. You knew how to act, I said. You acted like I was not there. And you have been acting that way for months, while you were bringing him into my house. Her face went white. How? How did you know? 5953, I said. Qyle. You gave him his own security code to my house. You are not just a cheater, Eliza. You are sloppy. You brought him into my bed. You compromised my home. For what? So he could call you Eliza Bear? I had seen the texts. It was sickening. She had no words. She was caught. You did this, she finally whispered, her voice turning hard. The flood. You did this to me. This is revenge. No, I said. A pipe burst. It was a pre-existing maintenance issue. The fact that the pipe burst the same week you blew up our relationship. That is not revenge, Eliza. That is karma. And it is beautiful. You are a monster, she hissed. I am a security consultant, I said. And I just patched the biggest vulnerability in my life. You. I stood up. I have packed all your things. They are in my garage. You can have your sister come and pick them up. I will leave the boxes on the curb. Send me a text with the time. Do not call me again. I left her at the table. She was just broken. Final update, it has been 6 months. My life is quiet now. My house is secure. I changed all the locks, even though I did not need to. It felt good. The fallout was efficient. Eliza's boss, Mr. Henderson, replied to my email. He was very professional. Thank you for the update, Mark. We understand. Jared is a great manager and we appreciate the seamless transition. We will be reviewing our internal policies regarding vendor relationships. I heard from a friend at that company that Eliza is no longer on the fast track. Her conflict of interest made her look unprofessional and untrustworthy. She is still there, but her star status is gone. Kyle, his new girlfriend, the one he had while he was also seeing Eliza, found out about the birthday dinner. My friend Tom's wife, who was at the dinner, works with her. She told her the whole story. The flowers, the happy spring joke, the way they left together. She was dumped. Eliza. She had to move back in with her parents. Her apartment was repaired, but her landlord, after the uninhabitable incident and the flood, raised her rent. She could not afford it. She is in her late 20s, back in her childhood bedroom. She and Kyle are not together. They apparently hate each other. They both blame the other for blowing up their lives. They both blame the other for blowing up their lives. I am good. My business is doing better than ever. I sold that rental unit in her building. After the plumbing was fixed and the unit was fully renovated, I sold it for a 30% profit. I used the money to buy a small cabin in the mountains. I am dating someone new, a structural engineer. She came over. She looked at my security system. Robust, she said. Well-implemented back end. I like a man who values solid infrastructure. I think she is a keeper. I was cleaning out my garage last week. I found one box I missed. It was Eliza's. Full of old photos, some of her college stuff. I found a framed photo of us from our first anniversary. We looked so happy. I thought about the birthday dinner, the humiliation, the cold feeling. I did not feel angry. I just felt clear. I took the photo out of the frame. I put it in the recycling bin. The frame was nice. I kept the frame.